It's time now for a look at the global markets this afternoon, and for that I'm joined on the line by Dr. Hwang Seiwoon, Research Fellow at the Korea Capital Market Institute. Dr. Hwang, thanks for coming on today.
Good afternoon.
So stocks in New York overnight recovered somewhat, the Nasdaq especially, on news that the Trump administration would give American companies some time to deal with the blacklisting of Huawei. What's happening there and in other markets?
U.S. stocks closed higher Tuesday on news that the U.S. temporarily eased restrictions on Chinese telecom giant Huawei. The Dow ended 0.77% higher as Intel outperformed. The S&P 500 gained 0.85% with the tech sector jumping 1.2%. The Nasdaq advanced nearly 1.1%. Asian stocks were on shaky ground on Wednesday as earlier relief over Washington's temporary relaxation of curbs against China's Huawei technologies failed to offset the deeper worries about the trade friction between the world's two largest economies. The Chinese markets, which have endured a volatile few months, started off on a cautious note. The Shanghai Composite Index was down 0.65%. Japan's Nikkei edged up 0.05%. South Korea's Kospi rose 0.18%, while Costa Composite advanced 0.42% today.
Well, with these trade tensions, the Chinese currency is weakening and it's closing in on 7 yuan to the dollar, which would be a low not seen since 2008. The Chinese financial authorities saying they're going to do something, but it's continued to fall this week. What does this mean for the Korean currency?
The yuan has weakened almost 3% this month after the United States hiked tariffs on Chinese goods. The Chinese central bank said last week it will ensure that the currency does not breach the 7 per dollar level in the intermediate term. The yuan's recent slide risks reigniting one of the U.S. President Donald Trump's favorite criticism of China, that Beijing weakens its currency to aid exporters. While analysts say the exchange rate is being driven by soaring market sentiment as China's economy slows and the U.S. ramps up tariffs, the slide towards 7 against the dollar comes during crunch trade negotiations. The decline in the value of the yuan is likely to lead a depreciation of Korean won, as China accounts for 1/4 of Korea's total exports. The depreciation of the yuan may soon give deep impact on the value of Korean won.
Well, here in Korea, the OECD has lowered the growth forecast for the economy yet again from 2.6 down to 2.4% for this year. Why is that, and what's the prognosis for this weakness in GDP growth?
OECD said in its latest economic outlook over Korea that the Korean economy shows signs of sluggishness as exports fell amid slowing growth in domestic demand. Asia's fourth largest economy expanded 2.7% in year 2018, down from a solid 3.1% the previous year. The escalating trade frictions between the United States and China would have a negative effect on the South Korean economy. The U.S. and China account for a combined 40% of South Korea's exports. South Korea's exports fell 2% on year to $49 billion in April, extending their on-year decline for the 5th consecutive month due to a protracted slump in chips and weak demand from China. The government needs to seek an expansionary fiscal and monetary policy to secure economic stability by preemptively responding to weak demand at home and abroad.
All right, got it, Dr. Hwang. We'll have to leave it there, though. Thanks so much for coming on today.
Thank you very much.